Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everybody. I want to say thank you so much. I want to just take this time and say thank you so much for everyone that has subscribed and has been watching my videos and enjoying them. I appreciate it. Also, for everyone that has been hitting me up or commenting with the feedback, it's great. I appreciate it. So I decided to do getting ready with Kat now, so that I can talk about what I want to talk about with you, about my experience, and just being me and just being in the movement and killing two birds with one stone, getting ready and then talking. I also want to let you guys in my life. Like, it's one of my things that I enjoy is vlogging or Snapchatting or Instagramming or whatever. Like, people who follow me know that I am, at one point in my life, I was like snapping everything on my Snapchat, everything. Since my trip, I have learned so much. And one of those things that is so important, the most valuable lesson I've learned is really how to love myself, like how to truly love myself. And the funny thing is, I always thought I loved myself. I always thought that I was selfish in a sense where I gave myself everything that I needed. But I actually realized that I sometimes abuse myself. Sometimes I am way too hard on myself and I carry way too many burdens for reasons that my ego would be annoyed by, but not necessarily something that I had to be annoyed by. I realized to change my perspective and thinking would just make my life so much easier and smoother. I just wanted to give you a heads up, like kind of a little intro, a little look in through my peephole of what to expect for getting ready with Kat. So basically, today is just my first time just letting you know that this is an idea that I'm gonna pursue. So I'm gonna get ready in the morning and I'm gonna show you a little bit of my routines, and I'll let you know anything that I use, any product or whatever, I'll let you know what it is. I am not a makeup artist. I am not somebody who is trying to give tips on how to do stuff. I am just giving tips on how to awaken your soul. That's basically my main mission here. How to awaken yourself up to get to the place where you are so motivated to change yourself, to release what no longer serves you, to grow, to advance, to connect to your higher self. So yeah, although I will share little bits and pieces of things with you, where I got something, where I get my coconut oil from, all that kind of stuff, but again, it's not my main focus. So I intend on vlogging my life while I perform a little bit of motivational speaking. Alright, that was getting ready with Kat. Thank you so much for subscribing. Make sure you comment and make sure you hit that little like. Bye. So that's a wrap on the introduction of getting ready with Kat. Now you know what to expect, now you know what my aim is, and now you know to stay tuned. So next up, I'm going to show you my actual first getting ready with Kat video. Enjoy, subscribe, and press like. Good morning, welcome to Getting Ready with Kat. Yay! I have to be quiet because people are still sleeping. I woke up like this. Good morning, welcome to Kat. With Kat, you're gonna get the real, raw shit. So good morning, let's go. Today is Monday. Monday, my routines are a little different because I start my work day a little later. I have different hours on Mondays, so my routines are different on Mondays. So right now the kids are already dropped off. Coconut oil. Alright, what I like to do in the morning is I like to get my blood flow in my face circulating. I like to just make sure that I get it moving. It's just part of my taking care of myself routine. And I like to go like this on my forehead to activate my touch. chakra, my third eye. I'm sorry. My third eye. This is my 6th chakra. Anyway. And I'll just take whatever coconut oil I have left. I can't. So there's a few things that I try to incorporate in my morning routine. The first thing that I do, obviously, is I show gratitude. Some people call that praying. I call it talking to the universe. I call it showing my gratitude. I am thanking my surroundings, my energies, my ancestors, my relatives, my spirit guides, my archangels, my fairies, what have you, whatever you believe in. I start showing gratitude, and I start saying thank you for everything that I have. I start mentioning maybe little epiphanies that I've had. I go into detail about certain situations that I'm very grateful for, and so forth. It's very important to show gratitude. It's so important. I can't even express that. And it's important for everyone individually in a different way. So what's important, how it's important for me will be different for you. However, it's still important to ground yourself, to help advance to the next spiritual level. It's important to be grateful for what you have, okay? Another thing that I incorporate into my morning schedule is, my morning routine, I should say, is writing. I write my dreams, I write my journal, I see how I'm feeling. Sometimes I don't do it before I leave to work, sometimes I do it while I'm at work. It's just important for me. It's definitely a good tool that I use to help see my growth, to help understand my own solutions to my own problems by writing down while I'm in one mood or have one energy possessing me, so to say. And then later on, when I'm calmed down or I'm in a different state of mood, I'm able to read it and learn from myself by reading what I wrote when I was in a different state of mind. So writing is a great tool to help advance for spiritual growth. Thirdly, another routine that I enjoy doing in the morning is talking to myself when I'm in the car. I listen to the radio, I get into my mood, I get into my vibe, and I say positive affirmations. Sometimes I say them out loud, sometimes I say them in my mind. Sometimes I actually listen to very uplifting, spiritual, yogi, Buddha type of music, Buddhism type of music, just to help me get into the zone of really, really feeling myself. And the affirmations that I incorporate are very uplifting affirmations. They're affirmations to remind myself of how beautiful I am, how strong I am, how much I've sacrificed to change, and how much my change has contributed to the growth of my family, the growth of my relationship, the growth of my health, the growth of my wealth, the growth of the people around me, my surroundings, being able to feed off of my energy, and perhaps I say a thing or two to help them on their journey as well. Everything that I do is to contribute to making myself a better person, to shedding things that are weighing me down. And all the little routines that I incorporate in the morning assist with that. So if you guys are looking for something, a routine, I'm going to be showing or sharing some routines that I do. I do a whole bunch of different types of routines, so it's not like on a daily basis, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I do this, or Thursday, Friday, I do that. No, I'm really in the living in the moment kind of place right now, where I wake up and I see how I feel, and my soul will tell me what I need that day. That takes practice, however, so crawl before you walk. Start with changing some things, and leaving things balanced. You don't have to get rid of all your old behaviors. You got to kind of learn how to balance it out. So that takes practice, but the first step to get there is to acknowledge the different type of opportunities or different type of choices you have, a different type of outlook you can have in the morning.
Gonna be a good girl while I go get ready, okay? I'm gonna get the iPad for you.
No.
Oh, she's talking. I'm gonna go get ready, okay?
It's get ready for work time. Here I am. All right. Off the rip, I am not a makeup artist. However, I am very pale, so I do need to put on some cover up. Only in the winter though. In the summer, I'm good to go. I got this amazing glow. But not in the winter. No, I don't. So, I'm sorry for all the people who are makeup artists or know how to apply makeup if I offend the shit out of you with my makeup techniques. Again, I'm not a makeup artist, okay? Just have to reiterate. Anyways, okay, so I've been seeing 999 or 99, any variation of the 9. I am into numerology, I'm into angel numbers and stuff like that. I thought it was absolutely fascinating that I kept on seeing 999 for the past 2 or 3 days. Saw it again today. So I looked it up and I wrote it down, and I want to share with you because this is just so relevant to what's going on in my life, especially with these YouTube videos and sharing my life, my stories, my experiences, sharing to you guys how relatable I can be, possibly to you guys. So 999 was letting me know, however you express yourself, share your journey as it unfolds, and don't be concerned with what others think of you. To me, that hit me so hard. Remember, there's always room for improvement. So just start with what you have and refine it along the way. And that was a major one for me, because I'm like, I don't have the right equipment. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to edit. I don't know what to talk about. I don't know if people are interested like in what I'm saying. So that was a huge one for me. So I'm just going with the flow and refining it as I go. And here we go. So let's go. Okay? All right. And the last thing, your purpose is to express your unique creativity, to make this world a better place for all with imagination. Action brings your ideas to life. And it all begins with intention. And this is my intention: to help you guys figure out what you want in your life, to awaken your soul, to get those chakras aligned. So let's go. One thing that really stuck out in Peru as an experience that has helped shape my new me is I told you that I was going through like an experience of withdrawal. I was constantly having no energy. I felt lethargic and I was throwing up and I was just a hot mess, and I really felt like I was going through withdrawal. I had chills and then I was burning up and then I was just freezing and then I just wanted to just scratch my skin off of me. It was just a horrible feeling. I was really going through it. And all of a sudden, while I'm having this conversation in my head, which I related to my higher self or Mother Ayahuasca or whatever, she was telling me, I'm going to help you out. And as soon as she said, I'm going to help you out, first of all, I know she was talking about me being uncomfortable because I was going through my changes of being hot and cold, hot and cold. She said, I'm going to help you out. Literally a second after she finished saying that, a huge gust of wind that came with thunder and lightning, like a storm had just passed. And mind you, we're in the Maloka, so there's just screams. You hear everything outside and you can feel the winds and everything. So I was sitting up against the beam, and as soon as I felt the winds come, I put my head back. And when I put my head back, the wind just came over my head and just down my body. And like within seconds, it cooled my whole body down. And there was no rain, just wind, thunder, and lightning. And as soon as I felt relief, I said, thank you. I mustered up as much energy as I possibly could to let her know that I am so grateful for what the hell she just did, because she brought me some type of relief. Oh my God, I was dying. And then she said to me, all right, now let's get to these emotions, yeah? And as soon as she said that, I went from feeling nauseous to feeling so emotional. Like I could feel it in the pit of my stomach, crawling up my esophagus and just sitting right here and just like waiting to come out. And then she said my brother's name, who had passed just a month before. And that was the key word right there. Michael is what wrote it all out. There went that. I cried like I've never cried in my life. I don't think I've ever even heard a human being let out the sounds that I let out. Because not only was I crying over losing my baby brother to suicide, but I was crying because that's what initiated the crying to come out. But the crying was as old and as deep as my traumatic experiences go. So I was releasing so many things all at once with just the trigger word being my brother's name. I cried out so much anger and so much pain, and it was all so freaking needed. And it made me realize that all the times that I thought quietly to myself that I didn't need to cry, I need to be stronger for everyone else. I don't have to cry. I don't think it's necessary. I don't feel like I need to. Right then and there, I realized all those old beliefs and thoughts did nothing for my new higher self. That was all my old life. But what's my goal? To grow and advance. So I can't possibly have old behaviors and old beliefs being a part of my new lifestyle. So I had to release it. And that's exactly what she helped me do. Then the next subject was, so she kept on going to another subject helped me release more, and then another subject helped me release more. And then she wrapped herself around my body. She's a snake, by the way. At least she represented herself and presented herself to me in my experience as a snake. And as she wrapped herself around, mind you, I am not afraid of snakes, but there were people that in there that probably did have, fears of snakes and bugs and stuff. When you're under the influence of ayahuasca, you know exactly what's going on. You're not like tripping to the point where you have no idea where you are. I mean, you're going through your own type of trips, of course, and they're substantial type of experiences to each individual in their own way. But I don't want you thinking, oh my God, if I would have seen a snake, I would have tripped out. No, you wouldn't have, because it's not a snake in your experience. She just represented herself as a snake. And once you understand what the representation is, you put your fears aside. You let your ego down to rest, and you're using your soul and your spiritualism to be able to connect with what you're seeing. And then you're able to absorb the lessons that what you're seeing is trying to teach you. So going back to wrapping herself around me, her head came right underneath my chin. And she was going back and forth as if to be a nurturing soul, a nurturing energy, something she was telling me with just her movement. She was nurturing me, telling me it's okay to cry. It's okay. Like, you need to be comforted. You need to be nurtured. You do not have to avoid those feelings. That's not what you do. When you feel like you need to release, you find yourself in a nurturing place. So whether that means whoever nurtures you the most, it could be your parent, your spouse, your sibling, or if nurturing means for you to be alone, just to listen to music or to listen to something. Find what nurtures you when you're in a place that you need to release. Because the most important thing that you can do for yourself is to release your emotions. Because they don't belong. So she taught me that it's so important to love yourself and what that means to love yourself. I literally thought that I loved myself. My whole life I thought I did. She told me to touch my face, to like really touch my face, feel my cheekbones, feel my jawline. feel my lips, feel my nose, my eyes, my hair. Like, just feel the features that you have of being a woman. Like, just closing your eyes and feeling. Can you imagine what a blind person is trying to feel someone's face and can picture in their mind's eye the beauty of a female, or just the beauty of being able to be inside of skin and to have all these senses. So for a second I was able to appreciate that. Then she told me to move on to my arms, then my legs, and as I was going down to my legs, my thighs, I instantly went like, I don't even know what word to use. I instantly got like sucked into Jair's body. Like, I wasn't even myself anymore. And Jair wasn't with me in Peru. I got sucked into his body and my eyes were closed and I felt what it feels like to be, he's like really broad. So I felt like what it feels like to be in his skin, like have muscles and touching a woman. And what I felt or experienced was like, wow, this is a woman's figure. It's so perfectly made. It's so unique and gorgeous, and it's mine. She's mine. This is beautiful. And then I'm thinking, at the same time while I'm experiencing that, I'm crying because I'm thinking, nowhere is he thinking, oh, the stretch mark, she's just so fat, I don't want to touch this, what the fuck. Nowhere is he thinking that. He's just appreciating that he has a woman, appreciating that his woman is beautiful, appreciating all these wonderful things that I actually cried because never did I put my feet in his shoes and imagine that he was experiencing the time in the present and appreciating what he has and being in the moment. I was just ruining my own moment by thinking about things that he wasn't even thinking about. So then it was starting to dawn on me that the flower that fell on me the first time, remember that I told you in the first video, there was a flower that fell on me and I couldn't find it. It dawns on me that when they were defining my experience to me, when I told them what happened and they were defining it, he told me that you need to be more compassionate with yourself. And I didn't necessarily understand that until this experience, because she taught me how much I actually contribute to my own sadness by my frame of mind, by my self-sabotaging thoughts. And I was continuously allowing myself to absorb low frequencies by surrounding myself with people who were doing the same things and who were addicted to the same things I was addicted to, whether it's, you know, food or just watching reality shows. That was one big thing that I had to really try to get myself out of, because then I found myself being so concerned over someone else's life, mainly like a celebrity, someone I'll never know, and has no idea that I even exist. And I'm putting my own issues off on the side to be so nosy into other people's life, and what does that do with me? So I learned to be more compassionate with myself, to be more self-absorbed with me. All that energy that I put into watching other reality shows and watching other people's Instagrams and all that stuff, I need to be putting that energy into me. What kind of stuff do I like to do to make me happy, to advance to the next level, or to help get rid of the old habits that are not serving me? So I'm continuing to put to use, learn, and process and unravel the mysteries of my ayahuasca experience still. And it's great for me to talk about it because then it continues to remind me of all the other stuff that I need to do, and all the other ideas that come up with talking about it, you know? So thank you for allowing myself to talk, vent, remember, understand myself more by just expressing to you guys. And I have learned to give myself more room to understand, to grow. Like, I'm not so hard on myself anymore, you know? Learn how to love yourself.